Welcome, everybody. I believe we are now live. Welcome to Make Every Media or MIM TV on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're live on all of those channels right now with this full cast. Not production. It's a read through. It's the first read through of The Slow Invasion by Rob Wheeler. And we've got the writer slash director slash dreamer, zombie dreamer, Rob Wheeler, right here.
I dreamed a zombie.
I'm just going to pass it right over to you, Rob. Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for coming, making some time on this Halloween afternoon. This should be fun. It might also be fairly quick. It's not a long play, and this is our first chance to have the whole cast together and just read it through and see how it sounds. Hopefully, it'll be good. If everyone could just, for the sake, say your name and the name of the character you're playing before we get started.
Oh, I'm Curtis. I'm playing the part of Curtis. You may know me as Michael Furstenfeld. Hello.
I'll go
I'm
next.
Tom Chamberlain. I'm playing Frank.
I'll go after him. Beth Blackby, I'm playing Maria.
I'm Kristen Fern Johnson. I'm playing Aunt Melissa.
And I'm Jack Bazook, and I'll be playing Alex.
Okay, and as the writer, I will be reading sort of the stage directions. This is eventually going to be a full recorded audio play with sound effects, music, and all that. We don't have those yet, so I will be reading the text that says what the sound effects will be when they're there and set the stage and all that. And I guess we should just go ahead and start this thing, huh?
We'll start it up.
Start it up. The Slow Invasion by Rob Wheeler. Fade in. We hear the interior of a suburban house. The television is on in the living room. Maria Crawford is listening while puttering in the kitchen, cooking noises, various things. The TV announcer says, earnings up slightly over optimistic predictions of readiness. Slight dip in oil futures, down 1.25% in early trading. The door opens and in comes her husband, Curtis.
Is that you, Curtis?
He turns off the TV.
I'm home from the store, Maria.
Have the zombies started attacking?
Not yet.
He sets down a clattering of heavy things.
Oh my God. What have you brought home with you this time?
Well, I went by the Hardware Palace. I wanted to see if they had one of these in yet. Look at that baby.
If that's the baby, I'm not looking to adopt it.
It's a garden sprayer and some kerosene.
I don't know what you're planning to do with it besides burn the house down experimenting.
When I get it all put together, you'll thank me.
That is what Dr. Frankenstein said to the villagers.
Let me have my projects. I've been wanting to do this for ages, but the store only just got these things back in stock.
Seems weird now how everyone ran out immediately and cleaned out the hardware stores, and now everyone's got a garage full of junk. Oh, it's almost 12 o'clock.
What happens at 12? Oh yeah, your sister's birthday.
Remember, we said we were going to FaceTime her at noon.
Obviously, I remember. I literally remembered right in front of you.
Go knock on Alex's door. She wants to see him too.
A bedroom door opens and Alex, 15 years old, shuffles in.
I'm up.
Rise and shine, Twinkle Toes. I'm gonna check the mail.
I smelled food, so I want to eat.
Here, smell this detergent. Maybe you'll want to do the laundry.
Yeah. Have the zombies started attacking?
Not yet. Oh, can't you comb your hair? We're FaceTiming with Auntie Melissa.
Whatever. I'm getting cereal.
He shakes some cereal into a bowl.
I spend half an hour making lunch and you eat cereal?
You know, I offered to learn how to cook.
I can't use your kind of help. I tell you to stir the sauce and half of it ends up on the floor. I ask you to chop vegetables and you slice your fingers nearly in half. And who cleans this up? And who does the first aid?
Just trying to help.
You want to be helpful? Take out the trash. Get the mail in.
Those are Dad's jobs?
Mail's here Mail's here early today. It's funny though.
I know the mail is often hilarious.
Not the mail. You know the zombie standing by the mailbox?
He's been there for 3 months. Of course I know him. We're on a first name basis.
I call him Gus.
Well, when I was getting the mail, I could swear it turned its head a little and almost winked at me.
Zombies don't wink.
We don't know what zombies do, except stand still on street corners and in parking lots.
Maybe today's the day.
Why would today be the day?
Why not? Why was 3 months ago when they started showing up and standing all over the place?
Okay, enough. I'm gonna call Aunt Melissa.
I read this one thread on Reddit about them starting to move a little.
Don't start. I'm dialing.
Your mother's dialing.
Sound of a phone on speaker setting, dialing.
Hello, Maria.
Hi!
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Alex is here too. Alex, wave hello.
Hi, Aunt Melissa.
Oh, is that a new haircut?
No, it's bedhead. Since he's not at school, he's forgotten what a comb is.
How are you doing? Do you have a girlfriend yet?
No, I'm learning to drive though.
Like a maniac, he's learning.
He's got a lead foot.
Lead foot, lead ankle, his whole left side, it's all lead.
Dad's building a flamethrower.
He thinks he is.
Cool it.
Is it dangerous?
This is the example he sets.
Dad says the zombie by our mailbox winked at him today.
I said it seemed like it.
Well, the internet thinks they're moving.
Really? The ones in my garden look the same.
Don't worry about what the internet says. So, how are you? Are you doing anything special today?
There is an odd noise in the background audio coming from the FaceTime. Aunt Melissa gasps.
What's that?
I said, are you doing anything special for your birthday today?
No, I mean, did you hear that? There's a funny sound going on.
What do you mean?
There is a repeat of the sound present and close, loud alien honking hum, window rattling. It's followed by distant air raid sirens.
What's going on?
I'm gonna get my machetes.
I'm starting to feel a little scared.
There was a crashing noise from the phone, and Aunt Melissa screams. Then the signal cuts off.
Check outside. I'm going to call her back.
See, now I'm glad I went to the hardware store this morning.
Yes, but you don't have time to make a flamethrower out of a garden sprayer now, do you?
Curtis looks through. Well, we hear the sound of him looking through the blinds.
Son of a gun, they are moving.
I told you today was the day.
You said that every day for the past 3 weeks.
Well, what have we got ready?
I have 2 machetes.
I've got cans of hairspray and the barbecue lighter.
There was a groaning sound and a set of thumps on the door.
I have a chainsaw. Where did my chainsaw go? I thought it was right here.
It's in the front closet.
Why is it in there? Kind of need that handy when the zombies attack.
I put it in there where I would stop tripping over it all the time.
He fishes it out of the closet and tries to start it, but it sputters.
Empty. Now do you wish you'd let me keep this thing filled?
No, because it leaks and the whole house was smelling like gasoline.
Yeah, but now we have to take a minute to fill it, and I don't remember where the funnel is.
He rummages through a junk drawer.
Don't use my kitchen funnel. That is for food.
I don't think we're going to be baking cakes with it for the next little while, Maria.
A wood splintering noise happens.
Time to board up the windows and doors, I guess. Alex, go and get the plywood and tools from the garage.
Okay.
What a shame. We just took all of that down after 2 months.
Yeah, since somebody told me to take it all down.
To get some light in here. Nothing was happening except all of the houseplants were dying.
Well, houseplants, us. That makes a lot of sense.
Alex comes back in, breathing heavily.
Well, there's 2 of them in the garage already. Someone left the door wide open.
My bad. I was carrying in the stuff from the hardware store and I forgot.
Alex, what is all over your shirt? Are you bleeding?
No, just zombie gore. It's a lot harder to chop off a head than I thought.
There's a lot of bones and tendons in there.
I should have spent some time actually practicing with the machete.
There's more splintering and groaning and a window breaking.
Okay, they're starting to get in. Are you gonna hammer up the plywood or just stand around discussing anatomy?
Alex, where's the hammer?
Sorry, I couldn't find it before I came in.
Alex, that's like the most important thing. It sure seems like that would be obvious.
Sorry, jeez.
These are the heroes I have to survive the apocalypse with. I'm gonna go get the hairspray cans.
She exits.
Here, give me a machete. We can at least whack their arms off.
There's some gross chopping noises.
Huh.
See? It's hard to do, right?
Yeah, I think you have to take a really big swing. See, like this.
He makes another chop. All of a sudden, there's a gunshot. The machete drops to the floor.
Ah, jeez Louise.
Whoa, no way. What?
What's going on?
There's another gunshot, which ricochets.
I think one of them's got a gun. He shot me.
I didn't think that they could use guns. I thought that they were just grabby and bitey.
There's a third shot.
Well, they used to be alive. Maybe they remember how to use a gun.
They don't remember how to aim, though, looks like.
You aimed well enough. Look at my arm. Ow.
I think it just grazed you, but we're gonna need to dress that.
Well, this is just great. What's next?
Maria's phone rings.
Hang on, I should probably take this.
What if it's one of them?
Well, if it's one of them calling, I should definitely take it, don't you think? Hello? This is Maria Crawford.
Hello,
Frank's-
this is Frank Fisher. Oh, I'm sorry.
Frank's voice comes over the phone.
Hello, this is Frank Fisher. Your neighbor?
Frank, hi. We're a little busy right now.
Ask him if we can borrow a hammer.
Look, folks, as you know, I've got an emergency bunker ready to go, and I was saving a place for Dorothy Cortez. You know her from up the block?
How's she doing?
Not so well. Zombies kind of swarmed her on the way over here, right in my driveway.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is. Anyway, I have space for one other apocalypse survivor, so I thought I'd check with you folks. If you can come through the backyard up over the fence, you probably make it.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. We might take you up on that.
Can't take all three of you, though, so you'll have to decide because I'm locking the door in 2 minutes. Take it or leave it.
I'll go.
All right, 2 minutes. Bye-bye. Good luck out there. Whoa!
A shotgun blast is heard over the phone speaker before it cuts off.
What do you mean you'll go? Your mother should go.
I shouldn't go. You should go. I'll stay with Alex.
How are you going to survive by yourself?
Excuse me. As if your chances are so incredible. You don't even know how to load a dishwasher, for God's sake.
Seems like someone's always saying, just leave him in the sink. Just leave him in the sink.
Look, you need your bullet wound cleaned and dressed, and Frank's gonna have first aid out the wazoo in there with him. So I'll take Alex, and we'll get along.
I don't see why I don't get to go to the bunker.
All right, all right. We all know better than to argue with your mother when she gets like this.
When I get like what?
Well, never mind. I didn't mean it the way you heard it.
Oh, did you mean it in French? Because I heard it in English just fine.
Maria.
There was a loud crashing noise.
All right, just go. Just remember, if we all survive, we're gonna talk about this.
Good luck, Dad! Can you manage the fence?
I guess I'll find out.
Curtis leaves, chopping his way out with the machete.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to try getting in the car. At least the garage door is already open, right?
Well, then where do we go? The school gymnasium?
It's not a tornado warning, it's zombies, Alex. Maybe the National Guard Armory is the best bet? It's only about 7 miles from here.
We really should have used the 3 months they were just standing around to plan what we were to do.
Well, hindsight's 2020, okay? Now get the machete and the chainsaw, and I'll open a path with a flaming hairspray.
Can I drive?
Do you have a learner's permit?
It's in my room?
No, I'll drive.
Oh, man.
Look, we might need you to help repopulate the human race, and you're not going to be able to do that if you crash the car on the way there.
I don't think I'll be much help with repopulating.
Just do what comes naturally when the time comes. I'm sure there'll be lots of nice girls that will survive the horror.
Mom, I'm gay.
Now you tell me this? You picked today to be gay?
I knew you'd be uncool about it.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. You can still be a semen donor. Alex, okay. Now, come on. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. On the count of 5. Oh, wait. Alexa, start the timer on the house's self-destruct bombs. And then stop recording.
Alexa says, Kristen, that's your line.
I didn't know I was Alexa. Sorry.
Right.
Self-destruct in 5 minutes. Signing off.
3,
2.
There's a staticky cutoff. The background ambience changes to a slightly futuristic hum.
And that's it. The last known recording of Maria and Alex Crawford, future saviors of the human race as we know it today.
Wow. Amazing that still exists after all these years later.
Well, those Amazon gadgets saved everything.
Did the husband guy survive?
Records are sketchy about that, of course, but we do know she never remarried.
Yeah, I think he kind of had it coming.
Okay, you have been listening to the read through of The Slow Invasion by Rob Wheeler. Thank you, everybody. I can't wait to hear it with sound effects because the fact that this dialogue is going to be going on and zombies will be groaning and smashing and making noise the whole time. A little hard to keep that in your mind as we do it. But I don't know. How does everyone think that went?
Oh.
Well, it's fun for me to hear it out loud. I might have some notes, but generally that's pretty close. I think it just needs the full production to like really sell itself. So I hope everyone who heard it today, this is part of our rehearsal process. This is not the finished product. So thank you for coming anyway. It's important to get, maybe we'll get some feedback on it from everyone out there. Maybe they want more, maybe they want less. I don't know. Anything else?
So far in the chats, you've got ha 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 perfection, a Wookie emoji,
Okay.
and Teresa is sending applause and all kinds of zombie emojis.
Okay, well that sounds terrific. I'm glad we
Thanks,
did it.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Everyone enjoy your Halloween Friday.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, trick or
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
I didn't know
Either
which one
way.
it was going to be, but I think it was a little of both. Yeah, now I wish it were like a full half hour long. Did people
I
get the money's
know.
worth? I don't know. This is how long it is.
I think so. I think so. Totally free. So
Fun,
You should
Rob.
talk to
That's
the
very
writer.
fun. I enjoyed reading that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I would add any more to it, though. I think it's a good short length.
I think
and
all it's missing is just all the ambient noises, all
all
the special effect, the sound of machetes hitting
That's
things.
awesome.
I think it'll be really good with all that going on.
I can't wait to do
Yeah.
the Foley on that, Rob.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm looking
I feel
forward
like
to that being a session where we
I
get some
feel like
melons
everyone-
and some other sausages and stuff. I don't know what.
Sausages.
I feel like
I've
everyone is
heard
going to have
an
to
old
play a
Foley
zombie
trick is
too.
a rubber glove full of macaroni and cheese, and you squeeze it around. That makes some good noises.
Squelching noises. Yeah.
Squelching noises, yes.
Squelch is one of my favorite words. So I always put the audio assist on because the ears are getting a little difficult on the TV. And I love it when the zombies or anything are moving, it says squelching noises.
Yes.
I have seen that too.
It's a very
I love that.
descriptive word. It's kind of onomatopoeia.
Squelches, yeah.
It's a little, yes.
Right.
Squelch is a disturbing word.
And
Oh,
yet it's very perfectly descriptive of what it is.
Yeah.
Also in the chats,
Maybe that's
I
why it's
didn't know I was
disturbing.
Alexa. I didn't know I was Alexa could be worked into the script as long as it's delivered in the perfect Alexa voice. Just saying.
I didn't know I was a.
I
I was actually going to research it because I don't actually own an Alexa, so it actually surprised me when I wrote that into it. It's like I don't know what I'm writing about. I've just heard these things exist, and I like the idea that it
That's
would be
pretty much
said-
what they do.
Yeah.
So they were semi-prepared while watching the zombies just stand there for 3 months. They loaded up their house with explosives and started building flamethrowers and stuff. But they didn't practice.
No.
They got the
And
two
they took
machetes.
everything down because they got bored with their. I love that. That's my favorite part.
I
They
should
were
mention
prepared and they unprepared.
you can kind of see it here and there in it. This was originally a COVID pandemic script, reacting to it when it was kind of fresh and, cleaning out the hardware stores. We did all this, we boarded everything up. Now we're taking it down again. Do we do anything? Do we not? And I wrote this script with some of my frustration of the world is in this. Zombies are a convenient metaphor for all sorts of things, including being surprised by the pandemic. It was over there.
Yeah.
It was in China. It was just sitting there. It's not going to be that big a deal. And then all of a sudden it's our whole world. And so that's what that is.
Yeah.
But I think it'll still work today. I don't think it has to be about that.
I have an idea. We could rent a really big truck and pick up the zombies and put them in the truck and take them all away and dump them in a zombie pit.
If
Or a
only we
zombie
thought of doing that. Taking the proper precautions. I didn't
Yeah.
write a toilet paper joke in there, though. Seems like that would have been an obvious one. That's taste. That's having.
Nothing.
That would be a
right.
little too far.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I guess that's about it, guys. Thanks for coming.
Good.
Thanks for everyone out there in the
Hey.
internet world who came too. And this will be recorded and still on YouTube and that sort of thing.
Yes. This will be available on YouTube forever, but then it'll expire on Twitch in 60, 90 days or something. So check it out on YouTube. And
thanks
then
again
later,
to Mike and his production company, Make Every Media. It really made this happen because the idea of doing this has been around for a while, but it took Mike and his infrastructure, his knowing hey, do you want to live stream it? I'm like, can we do that? It's like, yeah, I just go click. And I'm like, then fine, let's do that. So thanks, Mike. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Good script. We'll see you guys
seriously,
soon.
Okay.
a Halloween miracle that we could all come together. And I think it was 2 weeks ago that we sent out the email so that everyone was available.
It would
for
be
this
fun
time.
if we could do it on Halloween. I'm like, that would be fun.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Thank you, everyone, for
Okay.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching out there on the internet. At 6 p.m., we're going to be live again with our 2025 final rankings of the 36th Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors
This is a
Halloween
series he has.
special. It's a follow-up from our Nerd Night presentation last week. Where does 36 fit? You'll have to find it out. Season 37. Episode 3, their 36th special. They've been on the air for so long, on the air for so long. And then tomorrow, actually at 8 p.m., we're going to be playing autumnal music with the Shameful Comforts on all these same channels. So join us then, and stay tuned for the well-produced audio production of The Slow Invasion
Coming soon.
Coming soon
I
on
sure
Make
hope
Every Media,
so.
the podcast. Yeah, maybe next year. Yeah. By next Halloween, for sure.
Okay, everyone can start logging off their screens as they